Good morning, boomers. It's the voice of the blockchain, Satoshi's big cousin, crypto's finest. Champagne Crypto, thank you for kabooming. And shout out to all the boomers tuning into the chat box right now. China with the ban. How many times is China going to ban Bitcoin, ban the miners? This thing is getting old. They pull the okie doke here and there. Who's believing this? Okay, they'll be back online, probably by Monday, if not a little bit sooner. But I'm not believing any of the hype. Guys, an example of an authoritative regime dancing and prancing, saying this, that, and the third, not making any sense. And at the end of the day, this is more reason why we need crypto, why we need decentralized finance, because the powers that be can just shut it off, or they would want to get in your way. But Bitcoin and Ether, although it's been banned by China, the thing is still on. It's still online. It's still working. Yeah, the price kind of bled out a little bit. You know, we're down 7-8%. But it ain't no thing but a crypto win. Shout out to my boomers out there. Drop a comment. Let me know what's shaking and baking. It's Friday TGIF to everybody that is completing their week with their so-called boss. If you're calling another man your boss, please do whatever you can to start on a path to change that. No man should be calling another man their boss. It just doesn't make any sense to me. Although many people have to in this situation. I've been there before too, so I'm not trying to knock anybody. But, once you realize it, the best thing you could do is start moving in a direction so that you could stop that. You could stop that calling another man your boss. What is that? What is that? Okay, and it's not about a rebellion. It's about establishing yourself so you don't have to. Okay, so you don't have to. Turn off these coins. Let me share you the screen. Look at this cliffhanger over here. Falling off a cliff. We topped off at $45,000, and then China comes in with the hammer, and there goes the sell-off. Guys, these guys are playing games. They've done this. I don't know how many times. This is like the 50th time that they pull this stunt. I don't know if anyone believes this. This is total hype, and whatever. I would, So all I say is whatever. Bitcoin drops 2K as China declares cryptocurrency-related businesses illegal. Oh, wow. Who believes these guys? Bitcoin erased Thursday's 3% gain as the People's Bank of China said Bitcoin, Ether, and stable tether do not qualify as legal tender. It cannot be used in the currency market. The central bank declared all virtual currencies activities illegal. Derivative transactions, Bitcoin fell $2,000. China renewed its crackdown on crypto, trading and mining the second quarter, yada, yada. Whatever. Whatever. I'm trying to stop calling another man my boss, says Adrian. Listen, you know the deal. And supervisor, not a boss. Supervisor doesn't sound any sexier. You're being supervised. You sound like a child. Childs need supervision. Children need supervision. So, you guys know this. Again, I've been there too. I've had a supervisor, I had a boss. So I'm not trying to act like I'm above anybody either. We've all been through, maybe not all of us, but the majority of us have been through those hoops. In a way, you got to earn your stripes. Like I said, you got to step on a few landmines. You got to call another man your boss or your supervisor. You got to go through these things until maybe one day, hopefully, you're an independent man out there. An indie man. Imagine you don't have to go to tell your boss that you got to call and ask for PTO. You got to sign a little paper. It's like a hall pass. You got to tell them where you went. You got to give them a doctor's note. For a lot of you people, you got to come up with the vax cert. This thing is wild. Imagine you were your own boss. You don't have to call anybody. You do your own thing on your own time. Guys, time. Okay, a lot of people are chasing gains. And listen, let's chase those gains. That's fine. But let's not forget about the wealth and the value of time. Okay? Because a lot of people are rich, okay, but they don't got no time, and they got to call. They got to be on calls. They got to show up. Even, people with a lot of power, like let's give, for instance, a, very polarizing man like Trumpy himself. A lot of people support him. A lot of people are against him. He's got the billions allegedly, and he had the power for a second. But think about it. Where's the time? Where's the time? You know what I mean? The guy can't just go fishing if he wanted to, because, Everybody will be all up in his face. Same thing with Joey. So, sometimes fame is not always the ticket to wealth. I slept with 45 and wake up 4.6 sour. This is wild. Yeah. It's wild. China dropped the hammer. But guys, I wouldn't be so concerned. I mean, do the research. If you've been around in crypto, this would happen like every other week a few years ago. So, you can't, the communist regime of China is not something I think should be trusted. And they are, going to be dancing and prancing left and right, yes and no. It is what it is, guys. We need to stop paying attention to the so-called authorities. People don't really have as much authority as they say they do. Okay? Superintendent says beans and rice. I mean, whatever. Superintendent. I mean, I'd much rather deal with people as collaborators. Someone I'm working with. You know what I mean? But to be saying, oh, that's my superintendent. And I mean, listen, there's got to be a form of hierarchy somewhere. I mean, I get it. Not everybody could be equal. And that's retarded as well. I mean, you end up being like trying to be like the People's Bank of China. Everyone, these communists want everybody to be equal. But, it's because there is inequality that people could strive for more. I mean, imagine if everybody was equal, there'd be no reason to be great. I mean, come on. There is even inequality in heaven. There's rankings, even in heaven, the angels and everything. That's what really unlocked the door for me. I was like, look, if there is no equality in heaven, then why are we even trying to, fight for that down here? It's as above, so below, not as below, so above, right? So there it is, guys. Bitcoin dropped 2K. I'm not at all concerned with this. Renewed crackdown on crypto mining. This is temporary, guys. They're trying to buy the dip. Who knows what they're doing? But again, I've seen this a lot, and I'm not at all concerned. Twitter adding Bitcoin tipping features. Okay, and that's what's going on. Let's check out the charts over here. Of course, Bitcoin down. A lot of blood there on the streets because of this pullback, and this could be just for the weekend or whatnot. I don't really know, but the ones that are up are Ren and Hex. And guys, Hex against ETH. Guys, Hex. Okay? Hex. That's all I got to say. I mean, it's one of the most hated cryptos. Imagine still hating on these things. Imagine. Guys, let the hate go. If it's not for you, then just don't pay attention to it. But, I mean, come on. I'm not saying that you should buy. But, for those that are hating, come on, stop it. Look at this 3-month chart, Hex against Ether. I mean, I don't know what else to say. And as far as, the community's strong, and I do believe that there's little reason for it to dump in anticipation for this airdrop, Pulse Chain airdrop that's coming up. Now, better question is what's going to happen once Pulse Chain does its snapshot? I mean, is Hex going to reverse? Is people going to dump it? That could also happen as well. Tyler says, Champ, you got it on Pulse? Yeah. We're excited about it, Tyler. Absolutely. We're in it to win it. Cryptonomicon's back. Nomicon. Top of the morning, Champ. YouTube deleted my old page over a Vax comment. Yeah. It is what it is, Cryptonomicon, We're not surprised. They've shadow banned me for less. So, it is what it is, guys. We already know the deal, guys. If you haven't seen the shadow, listen, guys, the Taliban has a Twitter and Donald Trump doesn't. Okay? You can't talk about certain things. This is wild, guys. We know the deal. Anybody that's acting like they don't know is either completely ignorant or lying to you. Come on, guys. Stop it. Stop it. We know the deal. We're on to it. El Toro is taking a siesta. Yeah, just a temporary one, though. The little bull's taking a nap. Temporary, but I think this is going to be short-lived, in my opinion. Notice one thing, though. We're holding above 40,000. Let's look at Phantom. Phantom with the dump today, down 13%. That's what happens. I explained this yesterday. I mean, when Phantom was booming there for a second, I said, listen, Bitcoin does well. Phantom's going to do probably better. Bitcoin does bad, and so Phantom will do worse. I mean, that's usually the case with these altcoins. Look at that, topping off at almost $2, and then it's kind of bleeding out. This seems like the trend for most all the crypto. It seems like we kind of topped off and we're kind of bleeding out. Let me look at the BTC. This is aside from the China FUD. Look at this 6 month. Let's see, this year to date. Boom, we had this nice wave. This is the all-time high wave, this set right here, and then we cooled off, and then we're on another set. But this set is not as big, so I would expect this wave to kind of calm down. We may head into the $30,000 range before we activate again. But yeah, can we go down to like 36 maybe? Yeah, I think so. This set before we go ahead for another set. Mola says it's crypto champ pump and dump. Yeah, I'm not surprised. This China stuff, it's gonna go up, it's gonna go down. I'm just trying to look at the bigger picture, and I think it's aside from that China FUD, I do believe that look at this wave. You see, this is the big wave right here, and then calm down a second wave, but the second wave is not as big as the first set of waves. So we gotta wait. I think we're gonna wait. Perhaps maybe we won't see all-time highs till next year. Okay, so, it's all right. It's okay. I mean, let's not act like, this time last year, the Bitcoin price was a lot cheaper. My Phantom bag's looking like Biden. Yeah, I still got a little Phantom bag. I still got a little Scream bag. And then I'm locked in on Spirit for 4 years. My intent was to do a small lockup on Spirit, but then I hit the max, and then I messed up. I ended up staking like 3 times as much that I wanted to on Spirit. And yeah, I got kind of clapped because the price has gone down. China does not control the market like they used to. Most miners vacated. Yeah, it's come on, China's not the only place to mine. The world's really big. There's plenty of space. They're trying to tell you it's overpopulated. I mean, whoever believes that is, come on, just walk outside, go to the country, take a plane ride, and you can see all the empty space out there. I mean, come on. It's like, you see the truth right in your face, but then they tell you the opposite and you believe it. It's like, you got to breathe fresh air, but then they tell you the opposite and you believe it. Shout out to Free Thought. Greetings. I see you. So we'll see. I'm not even mad. This is happening on a Friday. Let's see what happens, next week. We may forget about this. Hey, champ, ever thought of doing personal consultation? If so, how much would you charge? I'm not a consultant though. That's the thing. I'm not charging for personal consultations because then all of a sudden that would constitute financial advisor. I'm not a financial advisor. I'm not. I'm just a crypto enthusiast that's documenting my journey and the things that I like, but I don't know what I'm talking about. I don't do consultations. I'm not a pro or nothing like that. I do accept gratuity for the entertainment that I provide out here. But, I gotta say those because, Cryptonomicon, there's crypto cucks out there listening. And they're going to be like, oh, so you're acting like an advisor now, huh? And I'm not. No, I'm not. I'm not a financial advisor. And, contact Charles Schwab or something. You know what I'm saying? But I'm here and I answer the chat questions as honestly as I possibly can. But I always got to throw that disclaimer out there because there's plenty of crypto cucks. And, I'm not a financial advisor. I'm not. I'm an independent man that's covering his enthusiasm for crypto. And I've had a lot of luck, and I've also got clapped. And hopefully you guys can be entertained and maybe somewhat educated, from my mistakes as well. So, yeah, Irish probably listening to, yeah, you know what I mean? So I just want to make sure that I make it clear out there that, what I'm doing is producing media content that is crypto based because I'm for entertainment purposes. You know what I mean? It's just what it is. Cryptonomicon says your transparency and honesty is highly appreciated. Yeah, I got to keep it $1.50. Just keep it honest with you guys. It is what it is. You know what I mean? And, but don't let that deter from, asking questions in the chat, and I keep things public, but, I don't conspire offline really. You know what I mean? Like I don't have the secret channels. I don't do the secret deals. I don't have, even on my channel, you can't, there's no email postage. Like I don't take money from these projects or anything like that. What I do is real simple. I just cover the stuff that I like and I talk about it. That's it. But yeah, shout out to Cryptonomicon, and you're always welcome here. It's been a minute, so welcome back. Shout out to Mola. He says people do same mistake, champ. Buy on top, sell on the bottom. Yeah, I mean, they get hype. People get hype when the price is up. But if you've been around, you're supposed to buy low, sell high. Buy low, sell high. Right? That's what they say. Right? I mean, it makes sense. But in so many cases, people buy high and then sell low, and that's you end up losing. Adrian says, have you heard of Mooncake? Yeah, I did. I heard about Mooncake about a week or two ago. I had the tab up for a while. I know that it somehow optimizes cake rewards. It's on BSC, and it certainly looked interesting. I had the tab up for a minute, but for whatever reason, I never got around to it. There's so many things out there. But yeah, I've heard of Mooncake. Want to look into farming and staking, but it seems so complicated. What you recommend? I mean, what farming is basically like mining. You want a coin so that you provide either your capital or your mining power to mint that coin. So I don't know what coin you are interested in minting. And then staking is a little different. You're not necessarily minting any new rewards, or sometimes in the case you are. But it's about the same. Basically, you're locking up capital. Now, I mean, I've been covering all my moves here almost every single day as far as staking or whatnot. I like the yield optimizer platforms like Adamant, like Beefy, where they leverage other platforms and they kind of optimize your yield. You could look into those. Some of them do charge entry or exit fees. But you may want to look into those. I like Adamant a lot. That's on Matic and on Arbitron. And then of course Beefy is cross-chain on a lot of platforms. Beefy Finance, they're on Polygon, they're on Phantom, they're on Ether, as well as others. But yeah, I mean, we've been covering plays. I mean, it's not, you should know this, but crypto moves very fast. So a play that I may have been in a month ago, I may not be in today. What about the Warriors and FMT Rarity? Listen, I don't know, but let's pull it up because I've been sending them out on missions and doing, I've been doing this for fun. I'm going to be honest with you because I have no idea where this thing is going. I got a bunch of characters, heroes. Let me show you guys. I got a bunch of guys here. I got wizards, sorcerers, clerics, fighters. This is an NFT game on Phantom called Rarity. And I'm not sure if it's still free to mint characters, but when I did, let's try it. So you go over here to the tavern, and then you hit recruit, and you can recruit a character for free. All you got to do is pay a gas fee. So let's recruit another wizard, I guess. Offer sent, and then you confirm the transaction, and then you get a wizard. And once you recruit, you could send them out on missions, and then they could do one mission per day. So I've been sending them out on missions. This wizard already hit level 2 because I've sent them on a few missions. Now they got new features like attributes, skills, and crafting, where you could beef up your character. So I approved also apply for membership, gold for payments. I don't know. I earned gold. I don't really know. You can go here, options. Crafting codex. You can find some other like recipes. I don't know how to handle all this. But I know these are brand new features. And if you want to get into the game here, that's similar like Dungeons and Dragons, follow the Medium, the Twitter, because they've been building this a lot. And maybe perhaps some of these characters will be worth something. I don't know. So, if I would like to learn a little bit more, I'm just clicking and just, leveling them up. But I do know that, you could start customizing your heroes to have different attributes, skills, and crafts. So they end up becoming different. And I know that they can earn like gold. I earned gold for leveling up my fighter. You could change, their skills, their attributes, dexterity. I guess, you could change all these things. Craft, etc. So yeah, I don't know, but I got the tab up, guys. I got the tab up, and I've been messing with it because it's free other than the gas. So who knows? I also showed you guys the crypto Punk Arts website that I came across yesterday, which is an NFT marketplace where you can sell and buy those rarity NFTs as well as crypto punks or FTM cyberpunks and phantom punks. So let me show that once again. Where's that at? Boom. And then you could see the cyberpunks. I see the floor kind of dropped on these cyberpunks. I know these cyberpunks were minted for 100 phantom, and they're all trading for about over 100 phantom. Some at 150, some at 300 or whatnot. So I don't know if anybody's really sold them. This one with 500 phantom. I got a guy with a cigarette as well. Look at this guy. 999 phantom. And then those rarity, while they don't have pictures of them, some of those heroes that you summon, if you level them up and they have good attributes, I believe that you could sell them. Some are selling for $10, $1. And remember, these are free to mint. So, I mean, look at this one, this Ranger for 888. Why? Level 2. I don't know much about, how to value these things. I can see that there's attributes and it shows you what the rarity percentage wise is per attribute. What would be nice is like a weighted average of attributes. So like, the background, the human, taking all these, getting an average of a weighted average of these attributes. So you can see how rare in total this thing could be. So there you go. Free Thought says the realness is refreshing. Apparently, one of the top sales for cyberpunks was 1,000 phantom. I got one with the hoodie, so I'm keeping an eye on it. Yeah. Can you sell your FTM punk there? Yeah, you can. So what you do is you go to, I think, Personal Center once you connect your wallet, and you can see. I mean, I got a lot of these rarity guys, so you can't really see their pictures, but I think my my punks are in the ending of the page here, right? Yeah, there you go. You see the punks that I got? I got several punks. And I know there's one with a cigarette. But if you want to sell it, so you just click right here, put on sale, boom. Select the token to be earned. So, I guess Phantom. Price. Copies. How many copies to sell? Oh, you could sell copies? No, here you can. There's only one. I can't put 5. So there's only one. Trade free. And put on sale. If you're trading for an authorized contract, you will be for. You know what? Why can't you ask for royalties here? Because I know in some other cases you can. But nevertheless, that's how you do it. You put it on sale by clicking on this button. And you could set your price. I haven't put any on sale, and I'll tell you why. I'm kind of waiting. I'm waiting for the Arteon Marketplace to debut, which is going to be a competitor to OpenSea on Phantom. It's, I believe, funded or somehow developed by the Phantom Foundation. I'm not sure if I'm using the correct description, but I know they're associated with them in some way. So I'm kind of waiting to see, what kind of users and what kind of volume that may bring. Perhaps I can bring a little bit more bags to the table, and maybe I'll sell at that point. Cyberpunks look so 1D, not feeling those apes on Solana look really interesting, though. I mean, look, this is my personal opinion. I think that all these JPEGs are completely overpriced. Okay? I think the NFTs bubble is out there, for sure, in my opinion. But, I'm not necessarily the type of person that games or I'm not the target audience for this. Okay. So I don't think that I'm a good sample as to what my opinion's not a good sample as to what the market could do. Okay. Cause let's be honest. I mean, like, even with like the crypto punks on Ether, the cheapest one is like, I don't know, like $100,000, and no one would ever thought that. So I guess what I've learned here with crypto is whether I like it or not, I want to keep my eyes on the trend, because this is not about my personal opinion. I'm not here, I'm not a crypto NFT artist. It's not like I'm trying to push my NFT art as the best art. I'm just trying to identify the trends where the money's flowing, and the money's flowing in NFT. So I'm going to pick up some, and see what it's hitting for. So I don't know. I think that the crypto punks for $100,000. It makes no sense to me at all. But whatever, I'm not going to hate on it. That's the difference. There's certain people that they worry about, like, if it doesn't make sense to them, they want to make it all right in their head, and then they complain and they want to expose. Just let it be. Some things are what they are, guys, whether you like them or not, and just the best thing you could do sometimes, if you don't like or you don't agree or you don't understand something, is just get out the way and just watch. Manuel says, can you paste the FTM? Yeah, I just pasted the page there. CryptoPunk Art. So this is one of the first, I'm not saying it's the first, but one of the first NFT marketplaces that I know you could sell your punks on. But yeah, that's what's going on, guys. I'll take a few more comments and questions, guys. We've been on for about 30. I want to keep it around 30. Tom Brady said he's willing to accept Bitcoin, ETH, Solana. He already gets percentage of FTX exchange. Speaking of that, FTT token can reach BNB numbers. I like Sam and invested in everything. Sam, I don't know who Sam is, but in my personal opinion, Solana is corporate. Okay, Solana's corporate, a glorified database, and that being said, though, that's probably why the bag can get pumped. It's got a nice corporate branding, but let's be honest, that's not, when you could turn off the blockchain for a whole day because, you didn't like the way the code was running, that's not real crypto. That's just a glorified database. That ain't ETH. That ain't Bitcoin. Okay? But I'm saying that, the trend definitely has been strong, so I'm not mad at that. I'm not really into Solana. As far as FTX, those are centralized exchanges. Those things, that ain't Uniswap. You know what I mean? None of these exchanges have, or let's say the majority of them, they don't have the volume of Uniswap. And really, I don't really see the point of centralized exchanges. Okay? They're just another person that needs to make a bag. So, centralized exchanges may charge you higher fees. I don't know. But, all that being said, I'm not mad at, those that are capitalizing on the trend. And, there's going to be centralized exchanges. There's Coinbase. There's FTX. FTX did the arena. You got corporate players that are trying to get into the space, and everybody's trying to eat. And there's going to be different things in different ways. But, on the big picture here, the reason why crypto blew up and the reason why crypto is here is because it's decentralized to a certain extent. To a certain extent, I'm not like, I'm not sipping on the complete Satoshi potion out here, but I can see how Bitcoin is more decentralized, how Ether is more decentralized than Solana and or Ripple, for instance. You know what I mean? So, do I think that Solana is the revolution? Nah. Let's keep it $1.50, guys. The real talent here is in Ether. Ether is Apple. It's the iPhone. Okay, the iPhone may not cut and paste and copy and paste when it first came out, and the Samsung may have higher pixels and it may copy and paste, but Samsung is trying to knock off Apple, even though Apple was doing less. Apple is the innovator, and in this case, Ether is Apple. Okay? Ether is Apple. It may not have the extra features, and you may have other phones and other platforms that do more. Like that Samsung did more than the Apple. You know it. Okay, it had more capabilities, it was faster, it did a lot, but it ain't Apple. They're not the innovators. They did not invent the smartphone. They didn't, they didn't, and if they did it or didn't invent it, they didn't popularize it like Ether did. So let me keep it $1.50. Ether, guys, like the real talent, like all these people, all these coins, Pulse Chain included, as bullish I am on it, are all knockoffs of Ethereum. They all want to be Ether. Solana, Cardano, AVAX, Matic, Phantom, all of them want to be Ether, or they all want to be a better Ether. But nevertheless, they want to be Ether or like Ether. So come on, guys. The talent, the development, The real minds are in the Ether community. So don't sleep on that, guys. You got to see what's, in your face. Now, I'm not a hater though. Like Solana boomed. It's like I wouldn't say don't buy into Solana because it's not, you know what I mean? It's like I've had a Samsung as well. You know what I mean? It's like Tone Vase said ETH is trash and will collapse. Highly doubt it. Who's listening to Tone Vase nowadays? I'm not. Okay, and shout out to him. I'm sure he should get his respect for being a crypto influencer, a Bitcoin influencer in the early days. But let's be honest, like a lot of the things he said has been incorrect. So, Damn Champ got me wanting to trade my Soul bags for ETH. I mean, I got more ETH than I don't even got Soul right now, but I'm not mad at Soul, guys. I'm not mad. I think there's something there. It may not even go away. It's there. Like, but if you want to talk about the real cryptos is really Monero, and then you could deal with the other ones. But I'm just trying to keep it a $1.50 with you guys. I say all that, but I still got Matic, I got Phantom. I'll mess with these other cryptos even if they're a little more centralized. But I'll say this. I think that Ether, to me, is the clearest long-term play here. You asked me, is Ether going to be around in 5 years, 10 years? Yeah. Now, where is it going to be? I don't know, but it's going to be up there in the top 10. And I'll tell you this, like in the next 2 years, I believe that Ether will gain market share against Bitcoin. And Bitcoin is the truth. You compare Bitcoin and Ether. Bitcoin has a limited supply. Ether doesn't. Ether keeps printing. They're printing. There ain't no stopping on the mining of Ether or on the staking of Ether. Now, on the other end, they're mitigating some of that inflation through this new improvement protocol where some of the fees are burned, or they're burning some. So they're making new coins and they're burning some. So it's not a runaway train, but Let's keep it $1.50. Don't do that with Bitcoin. I mean, in Bitcoin, it is what it is, and that's it. There's 21 million that's going to be minted, and unless all the miners come to a consensus, they're not going to change that. Samsung, Curry, and Tom Brady to promote FTX exchange. Yeah, I'm not mad at at corporate guys bringing in celebrities so that they can pump their products. Guys, I'm not mad at regular business that is trying to do crypto as well. But, let's call it for what it is. I mean, those are crypto businesses. Those are other things. Those are like, if you're investing in Coinbase, you're investing fiat. You're not investing really in crypto. You see what I'm saying? That's its own thing. But I'm not mad. I'm not mad, guys. I've covered this in the past. I've done, traditional options. I mean, I got me some Microsoft. We've gotten in and out of, NVIDIA and different fiat stocks. So what? It's okay. You know what I mean? Like, I'm not one of these guys that's like, oh my God, it's got to be crypto. It's got to be Bitcoin only. Oh my God, Ripple. I used to be like that. Oh my God, Ripple. It's like, whatever. We know what it is, guys. You just got to know. Because the truth is, even when Bitcoin is the king, but Bitcoin is a surveillance coin as well. There's no privacy with Bitcoin, and you can get tagged real easily. So, like, and who is this Satoshi character? Okay? Satoshi is Santa Claus, guys. Come on. Satoshi is DARPA, so more than likely. You know what I mean? So, to feel like, Satoshi's a benevolent actor that came to save us, guys, the joke is on everybody that believes that. We Optimize said, why Hex is not dropping? Because there's very little reason for it to drop when there is a snapshot looming in the horizon where Hex users will get their Hex duplicated on a new chain. Okay? I'm not going to say it's 2 for 1 because we don't know what the duplicate's going to be worth. But I'll tell you what, I mean, even if it's worth 1% more, I mean, you just got something for free. So why is Hex not dropping? Because there's little reason for it to drop in this climate when Pulse Chain is about to drop an airdrop on everybody. They're trying to fade Monero away. Yeah. So, I mean, it's still there. How could you buy Hex? Hex.com, there's a widget right there. You can do it on Uniswap or on 1inch. And here's a perfect example. Hex is not on any centralized exchange, one of the most hated cryptos out there, okay? And they're so controversial. Half people will tell you it's a scam. The other people will tell you it's the greatest thing in the whole wide world. I don't care, okay? The bottom line is, did the price go up or did it go down? It went up. Did it outperform Ether and Bitcoin or not? Yes or no? What's the facts here? Did it outperform Bitcoin and Ether the past since its inception, really? Whether you like it or not, whatever your opinions are, I have my own opinions as well. But what is the fact? Up until now, it's outperformed both of them. Buy rumor and sell news on Hex. The rumor is, they're about to drop it on everybody. The rumor is that the airdrop's coming soon. That's the rumor. The news will be, hey, we took the snapshot and the chain is out or it's coming out, you know. So, I mean, I don't know, guys. Like, you know, I'm not particularly fond of how Richard behaves all the time. But, you know, whatever, guys. You know what I mean? I'm not his father and, you know, whatever. And again, you know, if you guys want to invest in just pure how you feel and, like, you know, the meaning and all the ethics, then just stop it and go buy Monero. Because why are you even holding Bitcoin? If you're truly about that crypto ethos, then you should be holding Monero as your number one back. That's my opinion. Opinions, too. It's all IMO for this channel, guys, because the crypto cucks are out there. The crypto cucks are out there. So many crypto cucks out there. And they're just cucks out there, period. You know, they want to blame someone else for their shortcomings. They always want to point the finger. It's always the man. It's always someone oppressing them. They're always the victim. Okay? Stop it with the victimhood. And we separate here the victors from the victims. Okay? Become a victor. Victory, guys. Instead of being the victim. Stop crying. And then, like, you know, even some of these Hexicans, too, they came in the box the other day, are like, champ, because CoinMarketCap is not putting Hex at number 3, and there's going to be a lawsuit because they're not telling the truth. I don't got time for that, guys. I don't got time to be whining about CoinMarketCap telling me that Hex is number 3. They don't want Monero in the game, champ. The Monero is the BTC of privacy coins. Yeah, I mean, you know, it is what it is. A true cryptos. That's all I'm saying. You know, I got me a bag of Monero. Look, I'm talking all that. I'm talking a good game, but, you know, Monero's not my top dog. Be honest with you, because, you know, the way I see it, I'm going to be honest with you, know, like, you know, we can get all happy-go-lucky with the crypto ethos and all that, but, you know, at the end of the day, you got to also worry about them gains. You know, I got to worry about them gains. You could be so crypto ethos at the end of the day, Satoshi at the end of the day, but, you know, we got to eat. We got to eat. We got to eat. Copies here. Shout out to Original Copy. One of the OG boomers out here. Salute to you. So that's what it is, guys. Let me get a few more comments and questions. Let me know what's shaking and baking. You know, we're down. We're down today. Hey, you know, China FUD. It is what it is, guys. I mean, how many times has China threatened with China? Who's believing these guys? You know, they're dancing and they're prancing. That's all they're doing. They're here and they're there. What do you think about the bullish exchange launching on EOS? I don't know. I don't know anything about it. But you know what? When I hear the name EOS, I think too little, too late. That's the real, you know, that's what I think. Just when I hear the name, I don't know anything. You know, I was bullish on EOS. I like Dan Larimer's, you know, his protocols. I like Steem. I like BitShares. But, you know, the bottom line is that it didn't take off. So, no emotions, right? Like, I move on to the next one. I really liked it. I thought EOS was cool. I thought, let me tell you something about Steemit, guys. I learned so much about blockchains and UIs and about this and, you know, Steemit was like, I think that, you know, that's one of the coolest projects in crypto that I've came across. Did it end up working long term? No. But, you know, was it fun while it lasted? Yeah. I mean, I think it still exists to a certain extent. You know, Justin Sun bought it or whatever. But I learned a lot. You know what I mean? Cryptonomicon said he lost a lot of money in Steemit. You know, unless you were, trying to pay all these bots for upvotes, Steemit was more about just posting your own content. So you don't really have to spend anything on Steemit. It was like about posting the content and getting upvoted as well. There was bots that, you could pay to give you an upvote, and those upvotes sometimes were worth more than you paid. It is an interesting system. And I, like I said, I learned a lot from it, but bottom line is that led me to EOS. I was in EOS, but it never hit the way it hit. Remember, EOS at one point pulled up to like the number 10 coin. Everybody thought it was going to take over EOS. Ethereum on steroids. Remember that? Ethereum on steroids. But again, everybody wants to be Ether. Ethereum on steroids, the faster Ether. Everybody's trying to be like Ether, which tells me that it's the one is Ether. You know what I mean? So it's not like I won't, get into other plays though. But let's look at these Ether dominance right now. It's 17.2. It's right up here. 17.2. I would expect this to grow to 20% and maybe even 25% of the market. Because, guys, remember, it's not only Ether. It's all the ERC20 tokens that Ether supports. Wrapped Bitcoin, Hex, Chainlink. The list goes on and on and on. How many of these tokens here on the top 100 are actually ERC20 tokens? Copy says it was supposed to take out ETH, never did. No, it didn't. And, it is. And another example of another cool idea, bro, that I was like really bullish on, that I had corporate backing and, everything seems pretty good, was the Theta token. The streaming network with the NFT marketplace, Theta. Theta was hype for a while, and I was really into it. I bought nodes. I was in it to win it. I threw racks at it. And then at the end of the day, I saw the trend started changing, and I'm like, look, as much as I like this idea, I don't got time for the cool idea bros. I don't got time for the cool idea bros right now. I need to make these gains for the future right now, today. I can't stick around and hold your hand and be kumbaya because it's a cool idea, bro. Just because Samsung and Google got into it and it seems good. Okay? Theta had all the boxes checked, but it didn't do hex numbers. Okay? At the end of the day, I don't care about the corporation, about, I'm talking about, is it making gains? Yes or no? Tony Rappa says a lot of these projects are nothing but cash grabs. Yeah, so what? That's most of all the marketplaces, nothing but a cash grab. You go to the grocery store, almost all of the products are cash grabs. You don't really need those for your health. Okay, you could survive of just eating eggs, and you could survive of just eating one thing. But you go to the grocery store, they got all these types of products that you don't really need. Okay, you don't really need all those products. You don't need 50 types of cereal. You don't need 100 types of vegetables. You could get by with a simple thing. But they're cash grabs. Companies have the opportunity to make products. There is a market and there's shelf space, and people are going to go ahead and put it. But are you going to be walking around the grocery store and be like, "Oh man, this is all cash grabs"? It is what it is. And I'll say this, the marketplaces are going to get bigger, and there will be more stuff on the shelf, more shit that you don't need. Okay. It's like, you go to Costco, there's a bunch of stuff there. Most of the stuff you don't really need it, but it's going to be there. And it's actually good to a certain extent that those things exist, but because why not? No, I need my pomegranate juice. There you go. Like, do you really need that? Right. But it is what it is. I'm not mad. And, I think that's what technology, that's the luxury technology gives us, that we get so many options, we got options and alternatives, and really options and alternatives that we really don't even need, it's all vanity, guys. I'm reminded of my favorite book in the Bible, Ecclesiastic. It's all vanity, whether you're righteous or evil, or if you boomed or you doomed. All of that is it's meaningless, because at the end of the day, everyone will be forgotten, even the heroes. You know what I mean? At the end of the day, we all go to dust. So it's all BS. Everything, really. So what do you do? And that's what that book's about. It's my favorite entire book of the Bible, honestly. Right now, that would change, but Most of the stuff's garbage. So what's the conclusion though? Enjoy your day as much as possible and fear the Lord. That's the conclusion, because you can't do anything, so enjoy your day and fear the Lord. Because the fear of the Lord is the beginning of wisdom. Kaboom. Most of the stuff is garbage, like crypto. Yeah, most of the stuff is garbage. So what? We got to sift through it. And, I'll tell you this, though. The more garbage that's pumped, the more valuable those things that are, that hold worth can be. If like in a sea of garbage, if you hold one gem, it becomes more valuable as the garbage gets pumped out there. You only got that gem, whatever that precious stone may be, So don't cast those pearls before swine, guys. All right, take a few more comments and questions. 41 on that Bitcoin. We'll see what happens over the weekend. I'm not concerned. I'm holding my positions here. I'm not panic selling or anything at all. The only thing I'm kind of funny bunny about is stablecoins. I feel like any day now, I don't know, there may be a hammer coming on one of these stablecoins. Tony Rappa says Gregory Mannarino just said he's more bullish on crypto than ever right now. I wouldn't be surprised. Let me tell you, Mannarino has been on point, super on point, okay? I'm not necessarily into his crypto calls, like specifics, because, he was like, oh, I'm getting dashed. And, he's not deep into crypto trenches. But, as far as a macro perspective on the markets and definitely the traditional markets, I mean, the guy's on point. Shout out to Mannarino. And a lot of his trading style has influenced me. As soon as it hits 150, I'm selling half, throwing it in ETH Champ. ETH is highly undervalued. Way too many projects in the ecosystem. Like, look, this is how I feel when I hold ETH and when I hold Bitcoin. Where's my, what's going on here? My computer's dying on me? Can you hear me? 1 2 1 2. I think my computer just fell asleep. I just woke it back up. Let me know if you read me, guys. Going back to what I was going to say, as far as, ETH, I get ETH and something funny bunny like China happens or anything like that. I don't sweat. Like, it's not something that I want to be like, oh my God, it's time to sell. I don't think it's time to sell the ETH, nor the Bitcoin. So, I feel good holding these bags. Now, when like, for instance, I got a Phantom bag and I like Phantom. It did great. But, I got that Phantom bag as to a position where I can manage it. You know what I mean? Like, if it goes to shit, I won't feel that bad. And if it booms, it booms. But, like, there's a threshold. Like, if I had any more Phantom and it started dropping now where it's, like, at $1, I'd feel kind of like selling. Okay? And that's just being honest truth. I don't want... I can't say that either. I don't like being in positions where when the price drops, I'm pressed to sell. Okay? I want to be in a position. I want to hold coins. And these are for a longer midterm plays. If I'm in a midterm play, I don't want to sweat if the price of the coin went 10, 15% drop. I want to be confident enough in the coin that I know that it should go back up. And, Ether meets those qualifications. I'm holding ETH. Okay, when the shit hit the fan on Monday or when things go down today, I don't care. I really don't care. Honestly, like, it doesn't, I'm paying attention to more of my smaller bags, my Phantoms, my Adamants, my Spirits, my little guys, and see what's happening. Like, oh, do I want to stick around with these little guys? Are they going to be around? So, that's what it is. Man just said, seems like Friday's philosophical champ. Love it. Yeah, I mean, usually on Fridays, we do the self-improvement chats and we talked about things that are aside from crypto. And but to me, it's all a mesh, guys. It's all alternative lifestyle. It's all about improving. It's all about finding different ways to make gains and continue to circumvent the powers that be and the traditional ways of doing things. Because there's definitely other alternatives. There's new ways. There's other things that have been kept from us. And it's time to try something new when it comes to finance and a lot of other things. Health as well, People are trusting banks less. People are trusting hospitals less. Lawyers less. A lot of these people, we don't, government, a lot of this stuff, I'm not going to say we don't need at all, but we probably need less of. Yeah, drop me a couple comments and questions. We've been on 51 minutes. It's a boom here, 41.5, even though it's down 7%. Let's not forget back in November, we were at $17,000 or $18,000. Okay, so please, guys, relax. Let this thing dump back to, I'm not even mad. Let it go back here to a 30. Let it go down and let it go into the $30,000 range for a little bit here. Let some of these NFT cucks get clapped. Let Michael Saylor sweat a little bit. See if he really holds his bag. Because, when Bitcoin hit 20,000, we held our bags until when it hit 3,000 and back up. So can you hold bags for an 85% loss? That's the truth. If you can't hold your bag through a storm, an 85% loss, I don't think you should be, celebrating with gains and calling yourself a cryptomaniac. Honestly, so let's see what's 85% loss from 62. Let me pull up the calculator. Because we haven't lost that much yet. Okay, we got 62,000 times 85%. That's about $52,000 loss minus the 62,000. $9,300 Bitcoin, $10,000 Bitcoin. I said this a while ago. Can there be enough blood here to take us back into the teens? Historically, Bitcoin loses 85% from its all-time high before it starts a new run. So, be prepared, because we certainly held from 20,000 to 3,000. Okay? Guy's Life says about 9K. Yeah. I put it around, I said around 12. So somewhere down there. I think that, I'm not saying that's going to happen, but if it did, I'm prepared. I'm just letting you know, guys, if you're not ready, if you are not prepared here to hold your favorite coins at an 85% loss, then you know what? This game, I don't know. I don't know what to say. I'm prepared though. Now, I'll tell you this. Do I want to hold Phantom? Do I want to hold these other little baby shit coins, Adamant, and all these things at a 85% loss? Probably not. I'm going to have to on Adamant because I'm locked up. Probably not. But, if I have to hold Bitcoin and Ether through a storm, I don't care. Like, I've been through those storms. It's not a problem. We'll go. I'm ready. I am ready to hold through these storms and buy more at the bottom. Okay. Now I can't say the same thing for, Matic or almost any of these other coins. Bitcoin and Ether are the only ones that I'm willing to cozy up when things get stormy out there. When things get stormy out there, who are you willing to cuddle up with? Bitcoin and ETH, I'm very comfy. I don't feel like they're going to abandon us. And moreover, the SEC already said that Ether is not a security. So it's not like they're going to be going after Ether. I think they'll go after the stable coins like Tether and USDC before they go after Ether itself. So, one of these days we may wake up and the USDC coin is put on hold because Coinbase got raided by the feds. You don't know. Anything's possible. Now, Ether can't get raided by the feds. But USDC can, and maybe Tether can as well. So I don't know. I'm not trying to flood it out because I do have DC. But you see what I'm saying? You guys see what I'm saying, right? All right, take a few more comments and questions, and I'm out of here. Guys, make sure you're hitting the gym. I need you going to the gym ASAP, hitting those deadlifts like I did. Make sure you're doing compound exercises, okay? Squat, deadlift, overhead press, bench press, big exercises, save the little curls, the little bicep curls. Save that for the ending, guys. Don't pull up and sit down and start doing bicep curls as your first workout. You're not gonna get results like that. You need to do the real work and start from the bottom up, guys. Work out your legs. Most of you guys looking like Vitalik out there. Work out your legs. You should be working out your legs at least twice a week, maybe even 3 times on the squats. Follow that strong list 5x5 if you want to be a stronger man. And on that note, guys, I'll leave you guys for the weekend. If anything should change, I'll pop up on the weekend, but I usually don't. I'll be back on Monday. Stay strong out there, boomers. Shout out to Guys Life, Manuel, Cryptonomicon, the rest of the pumpers out there, Tony Rappa. I see all you maniacs, and if I didn't mention you, shout out to you as well. It's the voice of the blockchain, Satoshi's big cousin, crypto's finest, Champagne Crypto. Thank you for tuning in.